accounts on Twitter.
Yes.
So what's the story here, Mr. Zergala?
So basically, HP Labs is one of these. They're doing this weird thing, social media. I don't know, science, and they're. Okay, only a few people got that joke. So they're doing research about social media, which is totally awesome. I love it. Yahoo's also got a great team doing really interesting stuff as well. But so they're doing research about social media, and they look at a whole bunch of accounts on Twitter, and they find which accounts are influential, and then which accounts have a lot of followers.
Yep.
And so they have these lists. There's like 3 lists in the report that they released. One that was like accounts with a lot of influence with not a lot of followers, and it was nobody you've ever heard of, but they got a lot of, you know, they had a lot of influence.
How do you have influence with no followers?
Not no followers, just they had more influence than the number of followers would suggest that they should have.
Got it.
Right, so their followers are important people, I guess, are very, you know, into them.
Right.
And then there was a bunch of accounts like Martha Stewart, who have a lot of followers, or Kevin Smith, who have a ton of followers, but don't have a whole lot of influence.
No influence
Nobody gives
whatsoever.
a flying freak. And then there was a bunch of accounts that are the most influential on Twitter, and so those had a lot of followers. I mean, it's Mashable, you know, Ashton Kutcher, RWW, Google, The Onion, Michelle Malkin, who would have loved my going to war without France joke. Okay. So basically,
Dude, you overused it.
I did. I drove that one into the ground.
The joke wasn't funny enough to go for 2 rounds.
Okay, sorry. Anyways.
Next one. I mean, what is it? Okay, so basically this just means that you can have influence without having a ton of followers, right?
Well, I think it means that there are 2 different metrics, right? There's 2 different things. There is number of followers you have, number of connections, amount of reach you have, and then there's the amount of influence you have on that reach. And I don't think that the marketing takeaway of this story is, as it's easy to say, that it's quality, not quantity. Because the people who had because if you look at the most influential people, they all have a ton of followers. Right. So it's not like somebody with 5 followers is could be more influential than somebody with 1 million followers. The message I think here is that it's quantity and quality.
They both matter.
They're both important.
Yeah, I think that's true, and that is what the marketing takeaway is. That the quality is as important as the quantity.